Welcome to the first episode of I'm about to draw some random doodle. Okay, wait. I really gotta get thin here. I think I'm gonna go. Okay, so here's the head. Wow, this is really laggy. Let me turn off. Head. I'm actually gonna make this guy a little bit smaller. Taller head. And then his body's gonna look like so. And I'm gonna poke an arm out for measurement. Okay, so what I was thinking for this guy, he has like this kind of thing like this. And then wait, this is really zoomed out. Yeah. Mario. This like fabric is a little bit cut. And then, wow, this is not working out. Oh, with a 41 lower brow. Okay. What I already decided was here, there's like a line like so. He has this kind of like fruff. And then here, there's a little bit of, no, his beak is long. His beak goes there. Y'all about to get this unhinged trust. Because then his mouth is actually here. Like so. Wait, that's a little bit. And then he has like this kind of teeth. And on the back, there's a little slit. When he doesn't eat, this closes off. And this goes to his neck, which then transforms to the salopette, which then ends here. And then his arms are actually like here. And then if I were to make his arm justified, I'd have to make it like this, which ends approximately here. His other arm, on the other hand, is actually hair. Bang. This is my man. Now we're actually going to zoom out a little bit. Take this man. Shrink. Bang. zoom in, shrink. Okay. And then his hand over here is actually some kind of crippled thing with like a nail here. Another finger. And then there's actually a third. Wait, that's way too. Finger. Like so. Here, there's a little bit of fur. Like so. Bang. If I zoom out, does this look natural? I feel like his leg should stop here. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna go like straw patch here. So like here there's gonna be like a rope. It's gonna attach both parts from him fur. Like so. Yeah, I think that works. And then down here, like so. He has his toe bears. I'm actually gonna like pop under the sleeve like so. Bang. This foot's just gonna be a bunch of fur. Like little spikes. Oh, that's ugly. And then boom. This thing is done. For the eyes. Pretty sure I'm not gonna do any eyes because the eyes would ruin the build. But then here we have the fingers. And then the thumb. And then the thumb is gonna actually pop. Bang. And then here we're going to add a patch. 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 Huh. You know what would be cool? I feel like that would add to the vibe though. Like, it's not actually a skin that's becoming the sleeve. It's the sleeve that's becoming the skin. And then here we have like this part. I don't know about the eyes though. Because it's cool in drawing, but then if you put it to realistic, maybe it's like a wooden board. Or maybe it's just a line of blood. Wait. I feel like this would fit. Like, what if I added... No, the X's take off the vibe. The end. You know, they take off the vibe. But what if it was just for... I think the red line of blood would fit more. Am I happy with this guy's design? Okay, it's time to color this bad boy. It's a bad boy. Gonna go look above. Actually, no, I'm not done the designing. So, if you see his front, right, he's like chill. But this guy's name is like the Scarecrow, right? Like, he's scary, and he's a crow. Such a good design name. But one of the parts I want to implement is his back side, because he's a Scarecrow, right? So, like, if I were to make a human design, very human, This is what a scarecrow would look like, right? Like the big pole at the bottom. But what if like both legs are like so, right? They're just normal. And in the back there's like stitches. Down the spine. And it's like a metal razor wire tetanus shot thing that would go straight into this thing. This leg or that leg? I don't know. How would this work without taking the clothes off? And putting him full tennis thing. And we can't just put out the cheeks because that's not how that would work. I think it'd have to go down one of the legs. Now, do I choose this one? That's awful. Or do I choose this one? I think it would make more sense if it were this leg right here. Because, as you can see, this one has fur, right? This is normal status. His normal status is fur. Like this bird, it's a bird. He normally has fur. This one's a crippled hand, there's no fur. And this one has fur, and then they also pop out the bottom. So I guess this one doesn't have fur, which would mean that he could easily get surgery from that side. That's the most common thing. So what I'm thinking is that if I were to do a quick copy, and I would move the design and shrink it. And then this is him flipped, right? So the back side of him. So I'm just gonna have to do a little bit of designing and helping Broski's flaws, making him absolutely 100% flipped. Put the spikes looked more like this. Yeah. I really don't care about the hands. And then this part would just be erase. Bang. Edited the whole back. And in the back side over here, there'd be like stitches, like here. And then over here, we'd have like a line in the clothes that would suddenly curve to this side and go down and down and down, and then have more stitches like a zipper. And then when the pole comes, right, you don't see it in here, but in here there's still, like here, it would pop in here. And then fall stitch. But not on his hands, to not break mobility. And then when it pops out, it would be like so, or more like this, this, and this. Like a flimsy scarecrow, because it pops through here and into the arm. And then this guy is a successful shafted scarecrow. Yeah. And in his flesh, you'd see. Like so. Bang. And then his mouth hole would, if he were to attack you, would look pretty much like so. With this. And then teeth all around. And then his lip. And then fur. And then beak would be like here. That would droop down to here. Bang. And no teeth on the bottom hole, just hole to hole to hole. Digestive system. Everybody loves a fine digestive system. Digestive system. And then it was like neck. And then I'm gonna paint color just on the actual one. So select tool, my ultra select tool, and then this. Okay. Now I'm gonna choose a good color for this. I'm just gonna make it a little bit higher. And I think I'm just gonna paint the whole thing for now in this color. Nope, what? Shoink. A little darker color. And this darker color would come in approximately like so. And then for the lip, I get something dark, looking like if it's dried. And then for the underneath, something a little paler. Yes. And then for the ligament, because if you ever check in your mouth and you over your lip, you put your lip high, you can check a little flap of skin that's connecting your lip to your gums. That's what that is. Kind of disgusting, but hey, life is life. And for this part, this inner part, it would be the same as the lip. Maybe a little grayer, yeah. And then I would say like a dark yes sir. Hit and hit. Yeah. And then for the straps, we gotta get a good jean look. Yes, sir. And then a little bit darker. And a little bit better. Wait, that's a little bit too blue to blue to blue. Bang. Bang. And the strap here will look absolutely off. Oh, can't do that. And then we gotta get the purple again.